Hi guys, it's Debbie and I'm going to work on a huge 24 by 48 fluid acrylic painting. And I have all my paints mixed up. Use some browns and kind of a tealish green color. Whoops, sorry. So I got to hold these up higher. Some browns, yellow, white. We're going to try to stick with not too many colors because I don't want to, hopefully I have a thought in my mind. So hopefully this is going to run really smoothly. Anyways, I am going to pour. I got the colors all mixed up in my cups, and they're only mixed, they're just regular acrylic paints that are mixed with water only at this point. Now the white could have a little leftover silicone in it, but I don't believe it does, but it could. But the white can make cells on its own anyway, so we're going to see what happens with that if we choose to add some white at the end. I have a little bit mixed in a couple of colors, but anyways, these colors that I did mixed up should have no silicone. So we're going to see. It can make cells, but you don't need to add it. My colors are all mixed with just water, no Floetrol. So very simple mix. You can use any kind of paints for this, long as they're acrylics of any form. Use the cheap ones. You can use the you can use Liquitex, Golden. You can use any kind you want. You can use the little bottles of them. It won't make a difference. So, anyways, I'm going to pull you down. We're going to get started. Okay, guys. I hope, since I've mixed up all the colors, I have my plan in my head. I'm hoping this doesn't take forever, but it can. You know how that goes. You know, you got everything planned. That's the thing with these fluid paintings. It can take quite a while to make it turn into something. So, a lot of times I'll start with the lighter colors and put the darks on last, simply because it's easier to control the lighter colors because you get dark everywhere and then you kind of got a mess. So I think that's what I'm going to do this time, is start with some of the lighter colors. And so that's what I'm going to do. To move the paint around, I'll probably just use a credit card. We'll see if I change my mind at some point, but on my hands, that's why I got gloves on. It's got some bubbles in it. Because I just mixed it up. I don't think that'll matter too much in the end here. Hopefully not. Okay. I'm a person who likes to use my hands a lot, so you'll see some of that. All I'm trying to do is lay out some color right now, and eventually here, and we're getting little cells here where we've shoved it across. And this for sure, these colors right here have absolutely no silicone in them. You can see a few right in there, which is an added bonus. I just don't want a whole lot on this big picture, so okay. I guess I'll just use my hand. It's my favorite thing to use anyways. One of these browns are a little bit, it's like a burnt, was it burnt, like burnt sienna? I didn't look at the name before I mixed it. And the other one's a little bit more of like a, just a little bit different brown. But this one on the bottom here has a little more red to it. Okay, so now I have a little bit of color on the whole canvas, and now the fun will begin, whatever that is. Okay. Well, you know, I was going to put a little red on there. Gotta put a little bit of red. Oops. Don't ever squeeze those too hard if you have yours mixed in there, because it can come all out on your painting. Okay, so I kind of got things kind of where I Alright, now I'm just going to wet it a little bit with some water. I'm just going to smooth it out a little bit. Didn't move too much, but okay. I may have to mix up more color. I don't know yet until I starts moving around. I didn't. See some of it moving now a little bit. Sorry you guys, because this is so big when I set it up and down. can't, unfortunately, you can't see it when it's standing up and down because it's such a big painting. I could have put you way across the room, but then if I did that, you wouldn't see what's going on up close. So you have to visualize me lifting up the painting and moving it all around. All I'm trying to do is blur the lines, mix them in a little bit. That's all I'm trying to do right now. How about knock you over there? Okay. Let me see. I just want these to move around just a little bit. Well, but I don't want to mix it a whole awful lot, but I want it to mix some until you get to a point that you feel like, oh, I kind of like the design left on there. Then I'll put the rest of the final colors on, and I may throw a little white on. I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to do yet, because it just depends on what happens with this painting. So this is truly painting with water. I like the way it has, a lot of, it kind of blurs in and kind of like a foggy mist a little bit. Kind of like in the cosmos, like some of those pictures we see. I'm out of a lot of my browns, so hopefully we have enough. I'm going to add a little more water to the yellow I originally, that I put on. Just kind of keeping that on a slant, trying to do it one-handed here. So, Alright. This table has a hard time with one this big. I need a bigger table. Heck, I need a bigger room. Okay, I want this just a little bit thinner. And when you're doing this yourself, you'll know, you'll feel kind of what you want. And I don't want it real thick right now because, well, for many reasons you'll see. Because for me, I think right now it's going to be easier to work with. So, now better I'll save some of that for the very end. This orange is a little thicker than I wanted it. I'm just going to mix it in with the yellow a little bit. I need to put some orange in a cup so I can see exactly what it's doing. Oops. I just poured a little red into this cup. I'm going to put a little more water in with it. I just threw it into my brown cup because I don't want it real bright anyways. I'm making more of a red than a brown, but I want to red your eye will go to red right away. almost always. Of course, yellow too. This makes a mess on your carpet, just so you know. I've ruined, well, my art room carpet here is a mess. FYI. Okay. I just want different things kind of going on in here, and then once I get it kind of like I would like it, I think I'm going to add a little bit of, if I add a little white. I think I put too much lightness over here. I wanted this part of it dark, pretty dark, so. Now, I'm gonna, at the end of this, what I'll do is I'll put up this painting, because it's gonna be very wet, it's gonna move a lot, and that's what I would like it to do. So what I'm going to do when I quit recording this is I'll be coming in and out, taking a look at it, and see if it's running anywhere I don't want it to run. And probably moving it a little bit like I am right now. Okay. Okay, so now I kind of have the background so that I feel it's kind of interesting. And now what I'm going to do is pour in a few more colors, and we'll see where it goes. Try to finish it up a little bit. And the final colors that I'm going to be putting on here will be mixed with, so that they're rather thin. Now when you do your own, you can decide how you want yours. Maybe you want yours thicker. It just depends on what, you know, your final effect you're going to be after. I made about, hopefully if this turned out, I can tell you I've made quite a few of this kind over the years. Okay, so right now all I'm doing is just mixing up a few colors, making sure the color, because if I put it on real thick, it's not going to want to move, and I want to make sure it's going to move a little bit. Let's see, some of those might be a little thicker than I wanted them to be. Okay, now I need to find if I got a little more. Sometimes you can just wet them and let them sit and they'll move on their own. That's always nice too. If, you know, you're like, oh, I got a little black on there, I don't want it there yet. Sorry guys, you know, I can't see the whole thing, but you have an idea what I'm doing. I kind of want the end effect to be a little cloudy, and that's what my goal is. It looks like cloud, and maybe like maybe something's kind of blown up, or there's something, you know, sitting in the background. So bake some. I'm going to make some, I have some white mixed up, but I want it a little bit thinner than what I got it mixed up. So I'm going to make it even a little bit kind of pretty thin. I've saved the white for the end because I'm hopefully not going to be adding a whole lot to the, ooh, big clunk went in there. I'm just there's a big clunk of something in there. Pulling it out. Okay. I want this pretty thin because I want it to move a little bit. Because I'm not going to move it too much. I want it to run and move. And you'll see it's going to turn out quite a bit different. But let's see. Let's throw a couple. And what I may do, once it dries, come back and do this some more. So we got a little more of this look. Oh, otherworldly look. My dog is laying over there. I think she's getting little white dots on her. Of course, I'm sure. I do too. What happens is this, when this dries, it'll make it very soft. These ones that are on here right now, if you can see them. Sometimes if there's a lot of paint on there. Over here in the blue, you should be able to see it. In fact, I see some lines over here. I don't want to see those. Okay. See where I'm kind of going with this. Okay. Now, let's see. Should we put a little blue back in here? Make it look a little like the blue sky is kind of peeking out of here. There we go. Now, those of you guys that are doing a lot of the poured paintings, you're going to know that, well, you know what's probably going to happen when I do this. See the little tiny cells that are coming up? That's poured painters would, this is what's going to happen with when you're coming over top of this with the white. You can get a lot more if you put a lot more white on. For this, for the purposes of this video, since I don't want to take forever on this I'm trying to speed it up just a little bit so that now by moving it like that without rubbing it, then a lot of the cells won't necessarily stay there as strong as they were. Some of this paint here, this is, again, I'm using some older paints. I had so many different kinds of paints because I painted so many different ways. So I'm still trying to use up a lot of these old paints. This will get a little more interesting, you guys. Oh, let's see. It's just because the paints are a little thicker right there, and if I hit it kind of hard, it splashes it out a little bit. And right now, I'd rather have that than... Now, you can play with this the whole time it's drying if you want. The problem is, you don't want to ruin what you got going by overworking it, and that's pretty common. Let's see. Chances are this white is going to dry a lot lighter as it mixes in, so I'm considering putting a bit more white on and maybe even some of the yellow. I'm just trying to decide. I'm going to make this a little thinner yet because it's still a little thicker. At the beginning that was fine, but right now, oops. Now I got a lot of water on here, right in here right now. So, what I might do is let it set up a little bit. I mean, you could take a hairdryer or a torch to it right now if you wanted to, but it'll move it quite a bit. And if you like what you got going, you might want to just keep a close eye on it and maybe I'm just trying to smush it out a little bit. So what I might have to do is when this starts to set up, come back in here and add more white, just because this white may soften up quite a bit. It just depends. Now, oh shoot, if I had the hairdryer will spread it out in a bunch of different ways, which can make a pretty cool effect. But I don't think my hairdryer's got too much paint in it. I don't think it still works if I could get the little turn on button to work. going to do the same thing, splash a little bit of yellow on. You can use anything. You can use, to do this, toothbrush. They make special things you can buy in the store. I'm just using a fork because I had it out. In fact, this yellow's pretty thin, so I just want a lot of depth in this picture. A few things going on, and you know, not just I want people to be able to look at it and, you know, spend a little time looking at it and enjoying it. So now, this blue is to do this with the thing I'm using right now, this blue is a little bit thicker than that. I think I might like just a little bit in there. Now, I could, if I wanted to, pick it up and move it some more, but you know what? I'm going to leave it alone because I don't want all my little dots that remind me of distant stars to move. I want them to all stay right where they're at. So, I do bump it there. It must be with this cup. I don't like that. I need a little bit of something there. I must have accidentally hit that because it didn't look, looks worse now, but you can easily fix that with a little bit of water. Okay, guys. This is, okay, I think for now we're going to stop the video and I'm going to come back in a little bit and see what it's doing because it's going to move, guaranteed. It'll move some. Even if it is perfectly level, it should move a little bit. And it's because I have a lot of water on there. Now, like I said, if you wanted to, you could take a hairdryer to yours or your torch, and you can create some pretty cool effects. But for this particular one, this is how it's going to be. Anyways, guys, I think I will come back and show you guys if I add something else to it or how it turns out, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll be back at you in a few minutes with this painting. Hi guys, here's the painting. It's a dry, and it didn't move really at all. I thought it would move a lot more. A couple things might have blended in a little more, but this is it. I'm trying to get it bigger. Anyways, this is what it's looking like. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it.